And I think an important point that you just touched on there is the communication. When we start out and you're a small company, building like the OKR and the strategic planning process is a cultural thing. And so sometimes you want to start it with a smaller group. So, for our first ever OKR session, this happened even before I joined the company, we did it with just the senior management team, just so we could build the muscle, get everybody comfortable speaking in the same terms, like doing our first planning process. Like we didn't want to have too many people in the room. And that was fine. And then for the second process, we brought it one level down. We started bringing in more people, different levels to get their input as well. But something that I'm always super, super careful of is that these decisions, while they need to be made and they need to be made within a certain time frame, are never just like made in a vacuum. Like if you just have like a group of 10 people that know what the priorities are, like you fundamentally failed, because you could think these are the priorities, but the organization is actually running in a very different direction. And so I think another really important part of my job is not only making sure that the decisions are made and that we're all aligned in that room, but that the message is rolled out to every single level of the organization. And, we have a couple communication channels for doing it. We have the all hands, we have Slack, we have email, et cetera. But I always think one time is not enough. Like we can't just, have one all hands about the OKRs and that's it. We really need to talk every single week. These are the priorities. What are we doing for these priorities? Remember, like if your work is not aligned to this priority, like you need to speak to your manager about it because this is where we're running as a company. And so that I think is actually the most important part. It's not just having the priorities, but really communicating it out and making sure that everybody understands.